Judicial review is a cornerstone of democratic governance, acting as a safeguard against potential excesses by the legislature and executive branches. It is a mechanism that ensures that the actions of these branches do not overstep their boundaries and infringe upon the rights and liberties of the citizens. It empowers the judiciary to examine the validity of laws passed by Parliament and actions taken by the executive, ensuring their compliance with the Constitution. This process involves a thorough and meticulous review of the legal and constitutional aspects of the laws and actions in question. This power of judicial review is not merely a procedural technicality, it is the lifeblood of a vibrant democracy, ensuring that the will of the people, as enshrined in the Constitution, remains supreme. It acts as a check and balance, preventing any potential abuse of power and maintaining the integrity of the democratic process. In simpler terms, imagine the Constitution as the rulebook of our country. This rulebook lays down the fundamental principles and guidelines that govern the functioning of the state and the rights of its citizens. The legislature makes laws, and the executive implements them. These branches are responsible for the creation and enforcement of laws that affect the daily lives of the citizens. But sometimes, they might make a law or take an action that goes against the rulebook. This could happen due to various reasons, such as political pressure, oversight, or even intentional overreach. That's where the judiciary steps in, like a referee, to check if the law or action is out or in, meaning unconstitutional or constitutional. The judiciary acts as an impartial arbiter, ensuring that the rules are followed and that justice is served. This power of judicial review is critical in maintaining the balance of power within a democracy. It ensures that no single branch of government can dominate the others, and that the rights of the citizens are protected. It prevents any one branch of government from becoming too powerful, and ensures that the fundamental rights of citizens are protected. This protection is essential for the preservation of democracy and the rule of law. Without judicial review, the Constitution would be reduced to a mere statement of ideals, lacking the teeth to enforce its provisions and safeguard the rights it guarantees. The judiciary's role in interpreting and enforcing the Constitution is what gives it its true power and significance. The Indian judiciary, through its power of judicial review, plays a pivotal role in upholding the spirit of the Constitution and ensuring that the promise of justice and equality enshrined within it translates into reality for every citizen. This role is not just about legal interpretations, but about ensuring that the principles of justice, liberty, and equality are upheld in every aspect of governance. It acts as the guardian of the Constitution, interpreting its provisions, striking down laws that violate its principles, and ensuring that the government functions within the bounds of its authority. This guardianship is crucial for maintaining the trust and confidence of the citizens in the democratic system and the rule of law. The power of judicial review in India is not an arbitrary power wielded by the judiciary. It is a carefully structured mechanism designed to ensure that the laws and actions of the government are in alignment with the Constitution. This power is firmly rooted in the Constitution itself, which serves as the supreme law of the land. Articles 13, 32, 136, 141, 142, and 226 are the key provisions that provide the foundation for judicial review in India. These articles outline the judiciary's authority to examine the constitutional validity of legislative and executive actions, ensuring that no law or action can supersede the Constitution. Article 13, for instance, declares that any law inconsistent with the fundamental rights guaranteed by the Constitution shall be void to the extent of the inconsistency. This means that the judiciary has the power to nullify any law that violates the fundamental rights of citizens. This provision essentially empowers the courts to strike down any law that infringes upon the fundamental rights of citizens. It acts as a safeguard, ensuring that the rights enshrined in the Constitution are protected against any legislative or executive overreach. Articles 32 and 226 further strengthen this power by granting citizens the right to directly approach the Supreme Court and High Courts, respectively, if their fundamental rights are violated. This direct access to the judiciary is a crucial aspect of the Indian legal system, providing a means for citizens to seek redressal without unnecessary delays. These articles collectively establish a system of checks and balances, ensuring that the legislature and executive remain accountable to the Constitution. By allowing the judiciary to review and potentially nullify laws and actions that violate constitutional principles, a balance of power is maintained. The judiciary, through its power of judicial review, acts as the interpreter and guardian of the Constitution. It ensures that the provisions of the Constitution are upheld, and that the government operates within the framework of its mandate. This role is vital in maintaining the rule of law and protecting the democratic fabric of the nation. The constitutional basis of judicial review underscores its significance in the Indian democratic setup. It is a testament to the foresight of the framers of the Constitution, who envisioned a robust system of governance where the judiciary plays a pivotal role in upholding constitutional values. It is not a power claimed by the judiciary, but one explicitly granted by the Constitution. This reflects the framers' foresight in creating a system where the judiciary plays a vital role in upholding the principles of democracy, rule of law, and protection of fundamental rights. The judiciary's role as the guardian of the Constitution ensures that the democratic ideals envisioned by the framers are preserved and that the rights of citizens are protected against any form of encroachment. In conclusion, the power of judicial review is a cornerstone of the Indian legal system. It ensures that the Constitution remains the supreme law of the land and that the rights of citizens are safeguarded. This power, rooted in the Constitution, is a testament to the enduring strength of India's democratic framework. In exercising the power of judicial review, the Indian judiciary has developed several doctrines that serve as guiding principles in examining the constitutional validity of laws and executive actions. These doctrines, evolved through landmark judgments, provide a framework for interpreting the Constitution and adjudicating complex legal issues. Some of the key doctrines that have shaped the landscape of judicial review in India include the basic structure doctrine, the doctrine of pith and substance, the doctrine of colorable legislation, and the doctrine of severability. These doctrines are not mere legal technicalities. They represent the judiciary's evolving understanding of the Constitution and its commitment to upholding its core values. The basic structure doctrine, for instance, posits that certain fundamental features of the Constitution are beyond the Parliament's amending power. This doctrine, established in the landmark Kesavananda Bharati case, acts as a bulwark against any attempts to alter the basic fabric of the Indian Constitution. The doctrine of pith and substance, on the other hand, helps determine the true nature and character of a law when it appears to encroach upon the legislative competence of another legislature. This doctrine recognizes that subjects in the concurrent list of the Constitution may overlap, and courts must determine the true character of a law to see if it falls under the enacting legislature's competence. The basic structure doctrine, one of the most significant doctrines in Indian constitutional law, emerged from the landmark Kesavananda Bharati case in 1973. This case was a turning point in the history of Indian jurisprudence, as it set the precedent for the judiciary's role in safeguarding the Constitution. This doctrine posits that the Parliament's power to amend the Constitution, though wide, is not absolute and cannot be exercised to alter or destroy the basic structure of the Constitution. Essentially, it means that while the Parliament can make changes to the Constitution, it cannot change its core principles and values that define its very essence. The Supreme Court, in this landmark judgment, recognized that certain fundamental features of the Constitution are essential for its identity and integrity, forming its basic structure. These features are like the foundation stones of a building. Without them, the entire structure would collapse. While the court did not provide an exhaustive list of what constitutes the basic structure, it identified some key elements, including the supremacy of the Constitution, the separation of powers, and the rule of law. These elements ensure that no single branch of government becomes too powerful and that the rights of individuals are protected. The federal character of the polity, which ensures a balance of power between the central and state governments, allowing for a diverse yet united nation, and the secular nature of the republic, which guarantees that the state treats all religions equally and does not favor or discriminate against any religion. The basic structure doctrine has become a cornerstone of Indian democracy, acting as a shield against any attempts to undermine the fundamental principles upon which the Constitution rests. It serves as a reminder that the Constitution is not just a set of rules, but a reflection of the collective will and aspirations of the people of India. It recognizes that the Constitution is not merely a legal document, but a living document that embodies the aspirations and values of the Indian people. It evolves with time, adapting to the changing needs and circumstances of society while maintaining its core principles. The doctrine ensures that the Constitution evolves within the framework of its fundamental principles, protecting it from being distorted or dismantled by any government, however powerful. This protection is crucial in maintaining the democratic fabric of the nation and ensuring that the rights and freedoms of its citizens are preserved. The judiciary, through this doctrine, acts as the guardian of the Constitution's essence, ensuring that its soul remains intact even as its provisions are amended to meet the evolving needs of society. This role of the judiciary is vital in upholding the rule of law and ensuring that justice prevails in the country. The basic structure doctrine, therefore, stands as a testament to the resilience and strength of Indian democracy.